And here we go, folks. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go motoring in the Motor City, drivers.
Well, they all fan out, but drivers that went right to the bottom or right to the top paid the price on that first lap.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it. I saw the one car, McMurray. He got up high getting into 3. Listen, the first turn's not too bad. You're not up to full song, but when you go down the back on that first lap into the third turn, that's the most treacherous part of the day. We got a battle here from front, but that 78 is a lot better than that 42. I don't know what they did to 42, and I don't know what they did to 78, but he's taking the lead down the back.
Not liking those 2 tires. But Martin Truex Jr. certainly is.
What did he say was engaged? That was Clayton Hughes.
That looked like Jackson Storm taking it to Lightning McQueen right there.
Howdy. It did.
One to go for race leader Martin Truex, looking for his 9th stage victory of the season. And if he gets it, well, that's more than any other team has this season.
It's amazing.
They put a great effort into this.
Amazing stat.
Yeah, he is continuing to build quite an advantage when those playoffs come around.
MTJ, Martin Truex Jr. wins stage 1 from the Kyles, Larson and Busch, Hamlin and Kenseth, Boyer, Blaney, Elliott, Logano, and Jimmy Johnson gets the final stage point. Pace car to pit road, Larson Chevrolet against Truex in the Toyota. Green flag. Wow, Kyle Busch went up into the groove and about took the nose off Clint Boyer.
Well, that's what I talked about with Martin Truex Jr. at the beginning of this race. He had that opportunity to do that, chose not to, but that was a pretty risky move by Kyle Busch, but it did work out for him.
You know, one thing I'm seeing, that outside line up right next to that gray is getting better and better all the time. See more and more cars moving up the hill a little bit. Might make for some good racing before this is over with.
Kyle Larson once again the leader. Here's the battle for second. Everyone on the lead lap has now made a pit stop that will carry them through stage 2.
You just got to love the fight in Kyle Larson. We just saw in that picture him jump sideways. Now Martin Truex Jr. is coming, but this is what happened a couple laps ago. Kyle Larson gets the out. I think it's actually the 78 Martin Truex Jr. trying to make a pass on Larson. Kept the outside open. Watch Larson side draft and fight back. This is into turn 1. You see those sparks that you talked about, DW. Look at this crossover. He slid up the racetrack. 42 of Larson gets it turned, gets back to his left rear, side drafts down the back straightaway and completes the pass.
Side drafts, he's all over him.
He does not want to give that up.
He fights you for that lead, brother.
Gonna fight it again.
Here they go.
This is live.
This is exactly what happened the last time, but Larson this time is going to have to fall in behind.
But don't you love this fight in Kyle Larson? He goes down swinging, and I'm telling you, he fights hard for every inch of the racetrack.
Now Kyle Busch closing in for second. is going to get it from what looks like a fading Kyle Larson.
Yeah, it looks like he really, I mean, he drove that car so hard trying to keep Truex behind him. He may have got a little too much heat built up in those tires.
Well, we saw him struggling with the loose race car prior to these pit stops. I'm sure they made an adjustment, but they're going to have to make a much bigger one. But he's certainly not giving up.
He'll come back on you, buddy.
Yeah, that's not fading, is it?
No, he'll come back.
Coming to the flag for stage 2. Martin Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch. 1-2.
How many stages is Truex won now?
10.
10.
Martin Truex on the outside. Kyle Busch on the inside. Then Kenseth and Larson. Harvick and Boyer. Elliott and Hamlin. Kane and Suarez. Green flag. Boy, Truex is going to get that burst mid-corner that Kyle Larson enjoyed earlier.
Now, the one beauty that Kyle Busch had, he also had his teammate Matt Kenseth in that outside second row, kind of cut him a break there, so it really worked out pretty good for Kyle Busch either way.
3 wide.
Tight racing down this front, but you come off turn 4, it is tight down this front straightaway.
Ryan Sieg is spun at turn 4, lap 150, bringing out the caution flag. With 50 laps to go, and this happens pretty close in front of Martin Truex.
Oh, that was a big moment for Martin Truex Jr. He almost spun around trying to avoid Ryan Sieg.
I think he was. I don't think he was sure he was going to come down the racetrack, and he thought he might have to go under him. So I think he just made an evasive move.
It'll be 46 to go when they get to the line. Green flag.
Really keep an eye on that outside lane. Big gains have been happening on the outside versus the inside on these restarts.
Pretty good so far.
Is that Truex really struggling on the inside?
Whoa, yeah.
That's a lot of positions.
Backed way up there. You know, Jeff, 2 guys that are really finding their way close to the front every time we get near one of these caution flags. That 24 car, Chase Elliott, running 3rd, and Dale Jr. running 6th. Those 2 cars have found their way to the front here late in the going.
And Truex has fallen to 9th. He is really going to have to giddy up go. Larson to the bottom. Keselowski side by side with Kurt Busch.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. That is amazing.
That's a traffic jam at 210 miles per hour.
Whoa, and the 31 kind of moved to 43 up the hill.
We knew it was coming.
Here's Kyle Larson's radio. Now he's in 2nd, 1.4 seconds back.
So here's the deal. That 18's out in front of you. He took 2 tires, so he's probably not whole. So just save me as much as you can here without giving up any spots from behind. Debris down the back. Not going to do us any good. I don't think that we...
Caution for debris. Well, this changes everything, Larry.
It sure does.
Well, I just think we've run roughly 25 laps since that last caution. I don't think anybody's going to come in and get 4 tires. I think you're going to give up too much track position, but we may see a lot of 2-tire stops here. But I think this is what Kyle Busch needed. If you did change 4 tires on that last caution, you know what? King Air's clean. Maybe just stay out.
It'll be 15 to go. Green flag.
Look at this move by Larson. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Yeah, he does clear the 18. Great push from the 21 from behind to get him that lead.
Truex comes out in third. A stack up there in the middle of the pack. A couple of them.
Yeah, the 5 and the 88, I believe it was.
In the 78, Martin Truex got surrounded on both sides.
The inside lane has not been his friend at all.
That just kills him. He can go nowhere when he starts on that bottom down there.
Chase Elliott goes to second place, gets by Kyle Busch.
And he restarted second row outside. Good spot.
Well, a car up the hill hard. I think he's going to get in the wall. I can't tell who it is.
Clint Boyer.
Keep it up there. Yellow's out. Keep it up there. Keep it up there. Keep it up there.
Caution.
Let us know if your right sides are flat. Keep it up there.
And there is another break for Kyle Busch, concerned about fuel.
Yeah, but he got passed. So I think that you might see them come down to get some fresher tires. Oh, yeah, you see Boyer just trying to squeeze through the middle there. And between the 22 coming up a little bit and the air taking off his quarter panel from the 1.
Yeah, he just drove in hard trying to clear both those cars, the one on the outside and the 22 on the inside, and he got loose on him.
Green flag.
Really nice start by the 24 that time.
Almost think too good of a start, because now the 42's to his quarter panel going into the corner.
Ooh, we got loose.
Something's wrong with Blaney. He's not going anywhere, backing up the whole field.
Looked like and got a bump there from Harvick.
Oh, they got a wreck. They got a wreck.
Heavy impact to the inside wall by Danica.
Oh, you see the left rear, the 21 is down.
Both Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney got really loose down there in turn 1. And you saw what ensued. Let's have a look first from our Goodyear aerial coverage. And watch the 24 and the 21.
And the 21 of Blaney just gets loose right there.
Slides up in front of
4.
Yeah.
They just all stack up from there. Here comes Danica. The pretty nice run. Yeah, she had nowhere to go.
Bubba Wallace got into the back of the 19 of Suarez and shot him over into Danica.
Five laps to go.
22 might be in good shape here, guys. He's got the freshest tires.
And everybody but Larson has not won a race yet this year. Larson's done a great job here being in the same position as he was of the 24. He's going to get the lead.
Whoa, the 24, nice job by Chase to get into second place.
Now, how much of a factor are those newer right side tires on the 22 and Logano? He's so good on these restarts.
Well, if you believe in karma and omens, look at the quarter panel of Kyle Larson's car and his uniform. Cars 3, number 1 this weekend at the box office. Car 42, Kyle Larson, number 1 at Michigan International Speedway. Larson wins. Chase Elliott second for the 3rd Michigan race in a row.
Man, you made up on those restarts. Very proud of you. Oh yeah, great job. Great pit stops all day. Good job. Great team effort. Good job.
And let's head down to victory lane for the celebrations.
I've seen Ron Horner in the Hall of Fame do a burnout going into victory lane, but never a driver leaving his marks like this. Kyle Larson with son Owen. Now Owen scored a trophy last night in the Father's Day Olympics. You scored the big one today, but was the winning move the restart that you power drove past Kyle Busch to get lane choice at the end?
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Blaney gave me a heck of a push, so I really got to thank him a ton, I knew the Penske cars took off good, so I was happy to see him behind me, and yeah, so for us to withstand, a few restarts there with some tough competitors was pretty important. So can't thank these guys enough. Cars 3 Chevy was really, really fast, and cool to win it. Great Father's Day present for myself and all the other fathers out there. My dad's here today too, so looking forward to celebrating with them.